deal with those matters in a way that befits a member of parliament outside, not within here. So guided. And I direct that Sergeant at
Point of order,
Arms.
Mr. Chairman.
Wait, I finish.
Yeah.
Sergeant at Arms, you watch so that you maintain order, so that we don't have issues. The issue that Mheshimiwa has mentioned can be dealt with outside. Senior, your point of order.
Mr. Speaker, proceedings of this committee
Yes.
can be attended
Yes.
by anybody, including members of the public.
Absolutely.
And therefore,
Yes.
the member of the National Assembly is
Yes.
free to attend.
No, we have not asked him to come out. We've asked that he deals with the matters
Mr.
outside.
Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, let me hear you.
You can be heard.
Yes.
But a member of either house
Yes.
cannot address the other house.
Yes.
So, it is out of order for Honorable Mpuri to address the Senate.
It's out of order.
Yes.
I understand that, and we have requested
Speaker,
him.
could you then rule that all the utterances he made
Yes.
be expunged from the record of the House?
Hansard, can you capture this? I saw direct that all the utterances by his honorable member for Digania West, was it? East, be expunged from the record. Okay, let's make progress.
Chair.
Yes.
Utterances and actions. They are repugnant and parliamentary. They must all be expunged.
How can you expunge a movement?
If it has been captured by video, everything related to the honorable member.
Okay.
Thank you.
So ordered. Hansard, so ordered. Can we continue now? Let's make progress, honorable members. We have not started, interacting. I think you're about to finish, Evangelist. So just proceed. You are at the point that you got a phone call.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair, for granting me this permission. A point of correction to anybody who misunderstood what I said. I said when I asked, because from the altar during the crusade, when I stepped down, I was told by the OCPD, you are being, it's not written, you are being monitored at your go house. Yes. So there are things that have happened.
Yes.
And you are not allowed to proceed with the crusade.
So that is in day 2.
Yes, that was day 2.
So did you hold the whole thing, or it happened the night before the crusade?
As a law-abiding citizen, you have to cancel, because this is a police officer who is mandated to grant you a letter of permission or to cancel it. So I told them, I think if I don't receive a letter, I will proceed with the crusade tomorrow.
Okay. So they were speaking to you the night before?
Yes.
The night before day 2?
I've just come from the altar. I mean, day 1, I'm in the car.
Okay.
And they told me that is the reason, and you are supposed to switch the TV off.
Okay.
Through the chair, would you repeat and give us the OCPD in terms of which OCPD, which station was it?
Kilifi.
Okay, just
because I was in Kilifi. Then I sent my lawyers.
Yes.
Point of order,
because the following day.
Point of order.
Point of order. Pastor Ezekiel, please mention the name in full of that OCPD, because it's important for the record.
OCPD Kilifi. Mine, I can remember the name mine.
That's okay if he just gives the title. We'll find it.
Because I think
just continue, make progress.
Thank you, sir. Then I said, okay, I'm going to abide by that.
Yes.
The following day, because I will repeat something that honorable members have said.
Yes.
There are people who misuse those who are their seniors. They misuse their names.
Yes.
When they want to do something to somebody.
Yes.
And I really respect my president, His Excellency.
Yes.
And the presidency.
Yes.
Because anyone who does not respect the leader does not deserve to be a leader.
Yes.
So immediately I heard this, and when I sent the lawyer, and he was told that, and upon further investigation, it was not so. The president was nowhere in that phone, not even the CS. That's why they interjected me before I completed.
Yes.
And I said, why should they mention the president and misuse the presidency?
Yes.
This is the highest office in the land.
Yes.
When you want to do something to somebody, don't do such a thing to tarnish the name of the person elected by millions of people.
Yes.
And maybe another person tomorrow might face the same challenges and be told it is the honorable chair that has made this decision while you are not even aware.
Yes.
And to make matters worse, the following day, before I woke up, 2 OCPDs were in my compound.
Yes.
Where I sleep.
Yeah.
With a letter that because of security reasons, the crusade has been cancelled.
Yes.
What transpired, even to date, never disclosed.
Yes.
But I remember when the OCPD was talking to me 3 days later, even our instruments are still on the ground to now, this time, and we are still paying for the ground because we are requesting for the permission for the crusade. Only that. He asked me before the end of last week, haven't you spoken to wakubwa ili tukupe ruhusa?
Yes.
Then I asked myself, so it is not security reasons, it is wakubwa. And upon asking him, he told me, Pastor, there is nothing to do with the president and the CS.
Yes.
And I felt pain that it should never go that line, and we should never tarnish the presidency and the cabinet secretariat.
Yes.
The road to Kilifi was blocked specifically for me not to enter Kilifi. Every vehicle was being searched. Day 2. When I went there, the OCPD told me, Pastor, I am under command. Turn back and go back to your house. He came with his vehicle, and I was with my wife, and he told me, Pastor, even when I'm being captured, itaniletea shida. I went back home. Nikamwambia nilikuwa naenda ili wale wageni kutoka sehemu zingine hawajui kanisani, niangalie ni wangapi, nitumane buses ibebe hawa watu ilete kanisani, wasilale huko nje. Kabla nikitoka ninaambiwa kuna watu wako uwanjani na wanapigwa na polisi. Wanapigwa na polisi wasiende kusikiza injili because of security reasons. But later on the OCPD allowed one of our buses kuenda kuchukua watu na ikawachukua mpaka wakaja kanisani. Ninasema hivi kwa sababu vitu vingine vilifanyika honorable chair ambayo ilinishangaza. Tulipata barua mwezi wa 4 ama wa 5 to show cause why our church should not be deregistered, kwa sababu hatukuwa tumefile return.
Yes.
Was it true? Yes, we had not filed the returns. Why, Pastor? Please, I told you I will never hide anything. I forgot about those things and never followed up. It was my mistake.
Yes.
Then I said, let me send the lawyers waende wa file return, na kama kuna charges we are willing to pay.
Yes.
File yetu ilipotea kwa registrar offices na ikapotea for 3 months. Tukienda haiko, tulienda kotini. Then the registrar akasema it was a verbal request. Withdraw the case, then we will produce the file. Then I told them that is simple. Sababu aliuliza kwa nini nipeane file na umetushtaki, nikamwambia okay, toa kesi.
Yes.
Wakati tunauliza akasema ako kwenye kamati ambayo imechaguliwa na rais. So akimaliza kuzunguka wakichunguza the Shakahola massacre, yes, wataenda kutufungulia file iko.
Yes.
Ghafla ninaona kwa media New Life and other ministries have been deregistered.
Yes.
Tulizunguka tukipata nafasi hatukupewa.
Yeah.
Na inakuwa deregistered exactly 90 days. Kumbe ilikuwa deregistered, it was backdated to May. Now inakuwa deregistered 90 days later.
Yes.
Constitutionally, according to the advice I was given by the lawyers, 90 day, a duration of 90 days, you can go to the Attorney General's office to appeal.
Yes.
So there was no room for appeal.
Yes.
The only option was to go to court.
Yes.
I ask with humility, if the office of the registrar, Ambo is the custodian of our certificates of societies, iko na uwezo wa kuficha file ya mtu unconstitutionally na iseme haiko, only wakati anataka kuideregister iko na the window for appeal has expired. Wangapi na makanisa mangapi watafanyiwa hivi na misikiti mingapi? Was she acting on someone's advice or command? What wrong did I do ambayo ilikuwa inaninyima mimi kuenda kusema I'm willing to comply, if there is any penalty I will give, na kama kuna kosa nimefanya it is just return of files, kama hakuna kitu kingine please allow me to, kama kuna kosa nyingine niambie. Nani na wangapi ambao makanisa yao na society zao zitakuwa deregistered? Whose authority was she acting under? Sababu hizo ndio zinasababisha unasikia mtu umeambiwa hivi and ile information inakuwa covered kwa media, it is not verified by us. Tuende kotini, mpaka leo bado tunazunguka. Unafanya crusade, inaweza kusimamishwa anytime. We have crusades Kenya hii all over. Hata wiki hiyo kulikuwa na crusade Bombolulu na mhubiri kutoka ng'ambo. Saa hiyo kulikuwa na crusade hapo kando, it was a small crusade. Na naheshimu huyo mchungaji ambaye alikuwa anafanya mkutano. We have crusades hapa ya Ezekiel ambao umemuomba more than 14 days ili akupe nafasi to assemble security apparatus ili ukaweze kumsaidia na security, and we were ready to pay for their expenses and for anything. Inakuwa cancelled hivi. How many people are going to undergo all this persecution? Na nina repeat, they confirmed akukuwa na instruction kutoka kwa CS and the presidency. Mpaka leo hii nauliza, why should we use this formula? Sababu akipeana verbally, who will complain? Then the following day, 2 CPDs present one letter to a one simple preacher and thin and skinny as I am. I don't have any arm. I don't have anything to protect myself. Because washawahi kuja hivyo wakanibeba wakanipeleka region, niliogopa kushuka. In fact, my wife was crying. Akaniuliza, mume wangu, what have you done where ambao huenda hujaniambia you go through this? Je, kuna siku hata moja mimi kama mke wako nitapata peace na hao watoto? How long? Maaskari watakuja hivi. My spiritual father asked me here, some 3 days back, is your wife okay? Because I know what she has gone through. Nikamwambia, I thank God she's sleeping. And I decided 2 days back never to divulge anything to her about what I'm going through, because even my parents niliogopa. Huyu mwanamke anaweza kuwa, mke wangu anaweza kuwa depressed, ama anaweza kuwa something mentally challenged. Nilimwambia, I will never tell you anything. This is too much for you and my children. And that is the reason why I've mentioned these things, sababu ningekuja nikuambie sikuambiwa hayo mambo, ningekuwa muongo number one. Na nilisema I will pour my heart out, ili mtu asidanganye na jina lako na jina la yule na jina la our fathers here in leadership. And finally, any other relevant information and documentation in your possession pertaining to the mandate of the committee. I've not inquired either from them or anybody the mandate of the committee. Ombi langu. After this, you will make a decision. I am Ezekiel. And maybe we might look at Ezekiel, and the decision might be binding for all religious organizations. You asked me to tell the truth. Even after this, when you question me, I will tell the truth. The mandate of the committee isaidie wengine ambao hawajui kwa nini wanapitia mambo kama haya. Thank you, Your Honor.
So this is the point. Evangelists, we are very grateful for your presentation, and our people have been listening. The honorable senators here have been listening keenly, and they will ask questions. So just to clarify, so what you need to do is to maybe take down some notes as the inquiries are coming in. Then maybe you can do two at a go. And I'll be the first one to start with one. We have listened to a lot of witnesses who have come before us, evangelists. And one of those people who have appeared before us, there was an allegation that the Mr. Mackenzie would carry out funeral services, and those funeral services he used to christen them harusi. And there is an allegation that the funeral services were for those people who had passed on. We wanted a clarification from you. Is it true that you used to attend those funeral services and perform rites, the last rites? And this, according to the information, it used to happen on Mondays. So we want to hear from you what this is about. And then there were also witnesses who have come before us here, important church organizations. They have talked about being in an umbrella organization so that people are able to be self-regulated. In other words, like now you are the cost. You belong to maybe an umbrella organization. When you want to start a church, you have to go get clearances and stuff like that. So the question we wanted to ask as a committee is, first of all, do you support that idea of all churches to belong to an umbrella organization so that there is self-regulation within the umbrella organization? And if so, do you yourself belong to an umbrella organization? And which one is it? Are you answerable to somebody else within that umbrella organization for purposes of correcting doctrines and that kind of thing? Okay, yeah. Let me give Tabitha to ask one more question, and then you can take those as we get the others. Let me give Senator Tabitha.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Pastor Ezekiel, for the broad framework that you've been able to share with this committee. My questions are a bit compounded. Just starting with the curiosity, from your presentation, you said Pastor Pius Mwiro, your father, you got saved in year 2000. I'm just curious to know, at what point did you decide to become a pastor? Do you have any theological education behind? So at what point did you decide to start the church? How comes, Pastor Ezekiel, we didn't see you really coming out and rebuking the actions of Mr. Mackenzie on what he has been able to do? I think I will start with those two, Bonacha.
So, Pastor, maybe you can take those two.
Sorry, and the last one, because I don't want to come back on the questioning. Yes, we are very familiar with social media. I've not had an opportunity to attend your church, but I've heard that there is a material like kitamba that you normally issue, and members have to pull a string from this kitamba. Would you kindly expound on what we've been able to hear? Thank you, Chair.
Pastor.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, plus the honorable members who have just presented their questions to me. Number one is the attendance or my attendance, perceived attendance to funerals services conducted in Shakahola by Pastor Mackenzie.
No, we don't call him Pastor.
Oh, by Mackenzie.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, I said, and one day I was traveling to Baringo, and when I came back, I was told randomly by the investigative authorities, Pastor, we know you went to Baringo and you are back. We can trace you even without telling you.
Yeah.
The Safaricom network, because my line is Safaricom, has the capacity to trace whether I have ever gone to Shakahola.
Okay.
I have never gone to Shakahola.
Yes.
I've never attended those burials.
Yes.
I don't know where Shakahola is.
Thank you.
I've never gone there. Apart from the TV issue that I indicated, that I went to that church,
yes,
to get a TV station, and I never entered the premises.
Yes.
When he was in Malindi, I've never met Mackenzie anywhere.
Okay.
So concerning the weddings,
yeah,
I'm hearing them now for the first time.
okay.
Yes.
Yes.
He's just reminding me that the church that I went to is in Malindi, not in Shakahola.
Okay.
That I've just put. That
correct.
Apart from inquiring about the TV when he was in Malindi, not in Shakahola. I've never gone to Shakahola. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Number two, supporting umbrella bodies.
Yes.
Whether I'm one, I do. And my father, spiritual father, can attest to that. I once approached him and told him that I've been preaching as a son for a very long time.
Yeah.
Please, if I can join your umbrella body, that you are also a member. He told me it is okay. And even now that we are facing these issues, it is very important.
Yes.
Because these umbrella bodies can regulate, they become like the circles of Matatu, and I'm sorry to use that. Because if you want to trace a pastor, you can go to the leader of the umbrella body,
yes,
and ask them, what are your doctrines when you allowed this pastor to join your body? So it is very important for the checks and balances. And I would want, even if it could be processed today, because I had approached him, even if my the finalization of my process could be done even today. It is very important because we have a country and the people to protect. And those people are governed by the government, mandated by God and the votes of the people.
Okay.
Number 3.
Yes.
Asked by the Honorable Deputy Chair, the theological aspect of it. And if I have any certificate in theology, and when I started preaching.
Yes.
I've never stepped on any theological door.
Yes.
God called me and He guided me for a long period of time. Since 2013, if I'm not wrong, to 2023, seeking spiritual guidance. Even when I was going to Kasarani, I told him, I will never step on that altar until you tell me if I'm doing something wrong or right. He told me, okay, wait. I started my crusade late because I was waiting for his guidance. If you trace our crusades, you will never miss Bishop Pius Mwizi. Why do I move with him? He's more senior to me. I wanted his guidance. Please tell me whether I'm wrong or right. And he told me, if you want to check yourself, preach live. And when you find the opportunity to go to college for theology, take good use of that opportunity. He advised me. But I have not done that. Why, Pastor? I've been following the way he guides me. And because I have information, I don't want to rely on that, that we have several of our fathers who are preaching and they are doing what is good and they have never gone to theological colleges.
Correct.
If I will say that they are bad people because they have never gone to theological colleges, I'm going to criminalize the gospel. In the gospel, and I don't want to use this to defend myself, the Bible says, they asked, isn't this the son of a carpenter? And we have records, he never went to school. Which school? Theological school. Who are they referring to? Jesus. The first miracle in the Bible was performed by non-theological people, Peter and James. And when they searched, they said, these people are not learned. What makes them perform this? They were with Jesus. So theology is good and we should go to school, and I desire to do so.
Okay.
But if we are going to use this to stop anyone who has a calling, we are going to punish other innocent people, maybe who are not as criminal as maybe Ezekiel or somebody else. So that is my take on the theological part.
Honorable members, yes, Senator. I wanted to give Senator...
Excuse me, Chair. He has not finished responding.
You have not finished?
No, he has not.
Okay.
Why didn't you correct or talk about or rebuke what is or was done by Mackenzie? I came to know about this on TV and got arrested because I wanted to buy a TV channel from him. The next day, the same day, I was in police cell, Makupa. Following day, I was in Kilindini for 7 days. From that, the court allowed me to be out on one condition. Never say anything about this issue. I've desired to get an opportunity like this. That's why in my opening I said such a thing haikustahili kufanyika. So singeongea, ningekuwa kotini. Nilimuuliza, je, naenda Senate, sitashikwa kesho?
No.
Akaniambia, Pastor, Senate acts like a high court. Na it is independent. Kile ambacho utasema ni tofauti na kile ambacho utaulizwa. So singeongea kule nje, na nilipopata your invitation nilisema Mungu, I think whoever invited me was visited by angels from heaven to call me so that I can have a mouth to express what I know. Finally, so I could not correct him on the point that I was gagged by the court. Finally, the kitambaa. The kitambaa is in the Bible, except that the way other people use it is not in the Bible. Some people used kitambaa from Paul for the healing and deliverance of other people. It is in the Bible. But when these people use the kitambaa na wanatoa uzi, when you go to our records on DVDs or tapes, huwa nasema, please, hawa watu mimi sijawaambia watumie uzi. Mimi nimewapa prayer cloth, because anything, imagine nguo ya Yesu iliponya mwanamke. Yesu anasema, if you believe, you will even do things that have not done. But I never advised anybody to be a kitambara chukua uzi, funga wapi. I always say, please, sikuambia hivyo. I tell them, when you pray, this thing has power. I've prayed for it. You can even hold it in your hand. You can place it anywhere in your body. Unasikia wewe ni mgonjwa, pray, ask God. God will use it as a point of contact. It is in the Bible. Even our brothers in other religions wanatumia ile inaitwanga ni
tasbih,
rosary
and anointing oils and holy water, ubani. Ya Ezekiel raises eyebrows.
Okay, you finished there?
Do you have a sample?
You finished?
Do I have
A sample?
a sample of a prayer cloth? No, but I have a sample of a living water. I would desire to hand it over to you.
No.
But they were the samples were taken by the police. They took them for forensic.
Honorable, I want to give Honorable William, because he's going to another committee.
Yeah.
Then we'll just come down like this.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
Chair, I have two questions.
Yes. Please just take down.
And Chair, as a lawyer, I have been looking at the demeanor of the witness and listen and keenly listen to his submission. And I seem to be making an opinion that he's a truthful witness.
Is he a truthful man also?
That is not for
there's another truthful man out.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I think he's been able to make a presentation. But Chair, I want him now to again be even more honest with us here, because I will ask two questions. One is that you remember, Chair, in one of the witnesses here, alleged that there is a mortuary within the compound.
There is a mortuary?
Yes, within the compound of the church. And some of the bodies of the victims of Shagahola were actually being transferred to that facility. Can you confirm or deny to this committee, tell us the truth? I know you are getting legal advice. Confirm that, Pastor, because that is the perception we have as a committee, that is the perception in the country. It is very important that to clarify that. Number two.
Yes.
You submitted that you had contact with Mackenzie in terms of your intention to buy the TV station. But thereafter again, you seem to be denying that you have never had an association with him. Are you confirming to this committee, therefore, that the only relationship between you and Pastor Mackenzie is only the issue of intending to buy the TV. Because the perception I have from the country is that there is some relationship between you and Mackenzie. I want you to confirm to this house, Pastor. And finally, Chair,
Yes.
I wanted to get the mind of the pastor that whereas you agree that people should go for theology studies, obtain degrees, certificates, and so on, you have no problem with that. So if we come up with a law as a committee, as a recommendation, legal framework that we want to regulate the charges, so that then we have certain standards of degree, of certificates for a pastor to own a church or something like that. What would be your position on that? Though you don't have a problem with it, but do you think we can, as a committee, be able to recommend that to the House and to the country?
Thank you. Maybe we can take, Pastor, you've written those three, yeah? Let's take Senator Hamida, and we go like that. Or if you're not ready, you can give. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Pastor Ezekiel, for a very elaborate presentation. I picked some thoughts from what you presented that I think that would be important for clarification for the committee. And there are three quick ones. Number one, you talked about the capacity of a church as being somewhere in the borders of 45,000 people. I wanted you to help the committee understand the issue of membership. Are all your worshippers members of your church or not? And if they are members, what is the membership process? How does a worshipper become a member of your church? Number two, you really talked very nicely about leadership in the country and recognize a lot of issues around governance, which is very profound. I want you to let the committee understand whether you personally are affiliated to any political party. And if not affiliated to any political party, are you affiliated to any political people, either as members of your church or not?
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Did I hear point of order?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without, of course, appearing to gag my friend here.
Yes.
Was that question about this political association, Chair, relevant? I want you to rule on that.
With a lot of respect, Honorable, Senator, maybe that's not within the mandate of our discussions. What I would request is, Pastor, you don't have to answer that one, but answer the other questions that have preceded. Thank you.
Chair, I thought the point of order was on the matter of relevance, which is, I think, point of order on 101. I think, given that I was listening to the witness, and the witness did bring issues that sparked debate in the committee that did affect the leadership of this country, that did talk about issues of political nature. And that's why I'm just asking a very simple question, whether he is also politically aligned. And I don't think that, and the reason I'm asking for that.
Senator,
Chair, could I help Senator Eddie?
Let's not go that way.
Chair, if Senator Eddie will allow me. Thank you, Eddie.
Senator Richard.
I think what Eddie is...
Senator Richard.
Yes, sir.
I beg you, let the witness, let's not go around this. Let him have the floor, and then we make progress. Because after he finishes, we want Senator Hamida, and then we want you. We finish.
Chair, the matter is relevant. Actually, I wanted to shape his question instead of him asking him whether he belongs to any political.
I have ruled.
Oh, you did?
I have.
Oh, sorry.
So let's just go that way.
So, I think, Chair, being a member of the committee,
yes.
Any question that I ask, sir, you have the choice of not responding to them or responding to them. I'm just asking, just in case it could help you to frame any other conversation. That's the same way as membership. So the last question.
Senator Eddie.
Yes.
Let's not have argument. Okay, finish your last question.
Yeah, my last question is also a perception that is akin to what Senator Cheptuno alluded to, which is the question of the mortuary. But for me, I wanted to ask the question of, are there any people within your premises in the church who have fallen sick and are held in your church or otherwise? And if they aren't, if people happen, because you say that people come from far and wide in your church, if people come to your church and they happen to have fallen sick, what happens to them? Are they advised to go to the hospital? Are they sent back? Or are they held in your church? I think those are my questions, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Evangelists.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for the opportunity. About the issue of mortuary, I will answer for both.
Okay.
The two of them. The issue of mortuary was raised by the media. I think when they saw one of the structures in the compound that belongs to I will call it powerhouse. It is where we have our transformer.
Okay.
We built it for the safety of the transformer. And when this issue was raised, I told him, take the media live throughout New Life compound. And specifically, the media that pointed out on that issue about the mortuary, I'm saying because I wanted to mention the media. And I said, if they can do that, take them everywhere. And check, they opened that place. It belongs to the transformer and the panels.
Yes.
Nothing like a mortuary. Even if you could build a mortuary, that brings me to the second question.
Yes.
These people come from far and wide. How can you lie to someone from UK,
yes,
to all these dead sister in that perceived mortuary? Another one from Rongai, another one from Kiambu, another one from Garissa. How? Because these people don't stay around.
Yes.
So we don't have one. And even again now, I would advise, let us take the media to that place to check and verify.
Okay.
And I think this one has happened because when we invited the investigative authorities, that is the appointed committees, even the one appointed by the president, to come and verify these things, they never shown up.
Okay.
So we don't have a mortuary, and I don't think it can be there.
Next question.
And we will show that in the video. I pray that isipuuzwe, huenda itafungua macho ya mengi ambao sijasema.
Yes.
It is there in the video where it is. Yes, I will show that. So, number 2.
Yes.
Do you hold sick people? We don't allow sick people in the church without their representatives. That is a rule. Even on air, we put it on air. When a sick person comes, who is sick, sick, I mean, anakuwa na tatizo hata ya kutembea. We advise that person, sababu uwezi jua huyu mtu ataishi muda gani hapa ama atakufa saa ngapi, to go to the hospital. Sababu we cannot accept this person na hana mtu. What if anything happens to him? Utafanyaje? Utaambia nani? So we don't allow that in our church. There is a mortuary, Mavueni, past Mavueni Center, ukienda Mbogolo. And this mortuary haina hospitali. And I think this is the reason why people connected me to the mortuary. One day I said, how can one build a mortuary minus even a clinic? Is it business or it is for the safe custody of the dead? Sababu iko mahali ambapo ni black spot. If in any case, God forbid, there is an accident, kabla hajawekwa kwa hii mortuary, si ungeweka hata ka clinic ya first aid kuokoa huyu mtu kabla hujamweka hapa. Sababu kama hakuna hata first aid kit, what is the message being portrayed? Hiyo kitu iliniletea hizi shida. It is in the YouTube, labda kama wame pull down. Somebody said, kama anatuharibia biashara tutamuonyesha. Hiyo kanisa itakuwa hapo.
Okay. So you answered the issue of the mortuary. Go to the next so that we make progress.
Thank you, sir.
There are all these other senators waiting to ask you questions.
Do I have any other relationship na Mackenzie? Ama ni hiyo TV? TV. Only TV.
Okay.
That nilitaka kununua na sikununua, sikukamilisha transaction. And that is all.
Okay.
Hakuna kitu kingine.
Okay.
Theology should what is your view on recommendation of one going to theological college before he becomes a pastor? My view is this. If one wants to become a pastor, and the theological is knowledge is as important as we know.
Yes.
Anaweza kupewa ruhusa awe pastor, lakini he be or she be given an opportunity and a time aende asomee, sababu inaweza kuwa online. Isije ikawa kitu ambacho kitamwambia don't, so that in the process anahubiri, anaweza kuenda kusoma jioni akarudi na apewe muda. Unaweza kufungua kanisa, lakini you must submit kwamba utasomea hii theolojia kwa muda fulani, ili isije ikawa ni njia ya huyu akitaka kuzuia huyu, anajua huyu hajawahi kanyaga theolojia, hii kanisa nitaifunga tu. Mwangi hajawahi enda theolojia, pull it down. So ombi langu ni kwamba hata kama anaanza through the umbrella, awe advised na the umbrella body na apewe muda, and the umbrella body is submit kwa the government. This is our member, ameanzisha church, ameingia kwa hii college, ili asizuiliwe na kusiwe na misuse ya njia yote ya congregation. That is my take. And membership issue. Pastor Ezekiel, do you have members? Should I say we have or not? But I will put it this way. Those people who come to our church, they come because of listening to what I preach, and they come for prayers, mostly in need, spiritual attention, na wakiingia wanatoka mbali. And most of them, they say their are our members. Nikisema niandike, this is our member, anatoka Germany. Kanisani leo kuna wengine wametoka Germany, wengine wametoka Italy, wengine wametoka Dubai. Yeah. Just as other churches like in other countries, kuna wengine waliwahi toka hapa wakaenda South Africa kuhudhuria ibada, na anasema mimi nashiriki kule. The Bible says kwamba na siku ile mnataka kupeleka sadaka kule ambako nimeweka jina langu na ni mbali, you can choose on a day you go, hata kama ni mbali na huko ndio nimeweka jina langu. Choose on a day even after 3 years, na mkaenda huko na mtoe sadaka hapo. So it was and it is in the Bible kwamba kuna sehemu ambazo Mungu alichagua watu waende wamwabudu like Jerusalem, na wengine wanakaa Ashdod. Kitambo aende huko ni mbali, anaweza kukaa lakini kanisa lake liko pale. So I don't know whether to put it, these are my members because I've not documented. Because of this reason, we opened branches countrywide and other countries, so that wale ambao ni mbali na wangetamani kuattend services apart from the TV program, they can attend our services in our branches. Na kama anatoka Kericho na New Life branch kwa Kericho, anaweza kuenda kwa huyo pastor, he is a member there, na anaweza sema natamani kuenda kwa Pastor Ezekiel. He also has a room na kuja mpaka Mombasa. That is what we are doing now, because saa zingine kuja Mombasa ni mbali, but we have branches and we are opening more branches kusaidia wale ambao wanatoka mbali. Another thing on the process of membership, I think I've answered that, whether we have a process. Affiliation to any political party, I would request that I answer.
Okay, okay.
From day one, I said, and I will put it here, God told me in a vision, never associate yourself with any political party. That is why I've never attended any political function. Na kanisa langu ambalo naongoza, kanisa letu ambalo naongoza, sikumbuki kama nimewahi kupeana platform any political leader asimame aongee anything political, sababu kanisa hilo liko na makabila yote, watu ambao wako affiliated na different parties. Saa zile nitasema mimi ni wa huyu na si wa huyu, yule mshirika mwingine ambao ni wa party X atanifikiriaje na nitamwambia nini? So mimi, I'm not affiliated to any political party. I've never attended any political rally organized by any political party. Na ninaomba kama ni kukosea, naomba wanisamehe, kwa sababu to mix politics with God's work, utaambia watu nini? When the country is burning, people run to the church. Na kama nilisema huyu ambaye ana aspire to be a governor ni wangu, waende wapigane huko members. Sasa wanakuja kutafuta counseling the two governors. Yule mwingine ambao nilimuoposa atakuja kweli? Na nimepeana any spiritual guidance kwa inchi? No. So I said the last door ambao inchi ikichomeka watu wanakimbilia ni kanisa. Kile ambacho kilifanyika Kiambaa and the rest during 2007 kisiwahi rudia. You might feel, Pastor, you are wrong for not to be affiliated. I learned from 2007. Hakuna mahali mtu angeingia aseme hii ni msikiti ama hii ni kanisa, because we made a mistake. Tulisema sisi ni wa huyu, sisi si wa huyu. Nobody respected the church. So mimi ninakaa hivi. That is why hata nipitie haya hautasikia nimepigia kiongozi fulani simu ambao is a political leader ani okoe.
Sawa.
na hajawahi tokea. So mimi I'm not affiliated to that.
So and, that's okay. Is there another?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Very fast. I'll do that very fast. Am I affiliated to any political leader or person who is related to me in the church? In my church, ukiangalia records zangu, hakuna kiti kimekuwa designated hii ni political leader who is a member, akija akae hapa mbele ama akae kule. Yeyote anayekuja anakuja service. Awe political leader gani, awe political leader, labda nimeambiwa na maybe because of respect and honor. The president is coming, the governor is coming, and they say weka kiti chake hapa for security reasons. That one I will do, because wakati ambapo rais, governor, senator anakuja na umepewa advice na the security department weka kiti hapa, siwezi kudespise hiyo, nitakuja kufanya. Lakini sijui kama niko na member yote ambao is a political leader. I don't know. So I'm not affiliated to anyone, not to any party.
Asante. Mheshimiwa David, and then Mheshimiwa sorry.
Nimeomba tu niseme,
yes.
Wanasema wanawake kwanza lakini wanaume mbele.
Point of order. Speaker, simpati hiyo nafasi hiyo imenigusa and I'll continue. Thank you very much.
David.
Wacha nimpe nafasi.
Anajua na moyo mweupe kama pamba. Asante Mheshimiwa Mhubiri Ezekiel. Langu ni kuuliza uhusiano wako uko vipi kati yako na idara ya polisi? Msimamo wako ni upi, hususan ulinzi ambao watumishi wa Mungu hupata kutokana na askari jeshi wa nchi ya Kenya? Unaunga mkono wahubiri makasisi kulindwa na kuongozwa na askari wa nchi ya Kenya, ama umeachia ulinzi wako na hatima yako Mungu aliye hai? Jambo la pili, wale makasisi ama wahubiri ambao wako nyanjani katika kanisa lako, wao unatumia mfumo upi kuwatia msasa na kuchagua kwamba huyu amepata mwito na sauti kutoka nyikani, na pili amehitimu kuhubiri, na ni vigezo hivi vipi mnatumia kuchagua hawa wahubiri kutoka mashinani? Asante.
Okay, Senator Hamida.
Thank you, Chair. Pastor Ezekiel, nimeona through your fees structure, nimeona kusema kweli umejaribu sana, na hawa ni Wakristo na Waislamu. The fee structure, looking at it, unapata check moja about 62,000, 75,000, kama ya Amin ni 48,000, ya Lilian I think almost 168,000, Athman 75 na kadhalika. So I'm just wondering, kusema kweli, and you know, apart from kama ni social media, kuwa wamekuwa associate na vitu vingine apart from zile sadaka unapata, ku associate wewe, kwa sababu ukiangalia hii tuseme hiyo fees labda ni ya term moja, na kuna utakuwa labda utaendelea kwa this kind of fees, hauwezi kumlipia mtu labda term moja, lazima utaweza kuendelea nao ili waweze kukamilisha, kwa sababu hii ni fees kwa wazazi wao labda hawawezi kulipa. So I'm looking at it and saying, there was a speculation that these funds are from money laundering, organs trafficking and the rest. Sasa ukiangalia hii sadaka and the kind of money that inatumika, ndio nasema labda uwe tu clarify kama hiyo ni ukweli vile watu walikuwa nasema mambo ya organ trafficking na the rest, na kama hiyo tu ni upande wa sadaka. Lingine, kwenye board naangalia kwa board ya New Life, is there a board or a committee that runs operations for your church kwa vyovyote vile? Nafikiria hilo ni swali langu tu kwa sasa, mpaka niongeze lingine. Asante bwana mwenyekiti.
Asante sana. Honorable Senator, maybe we can just take yours and then we'll have those are how many questions? Those are like 4 or 5?
They are 5, 6.
Let him answer and then we give you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, for another opportunity. The relationship between me or the church leaders and the police, how should it be? Or how am I related to the police? We have a very good relationship, me and the police. And the role of the police is very important. Most of them risk their lives to provide security. And I think the church should be close to the police. One, because of the members who come to our churches. If the police is not given permission to have a good relationship with the preachers, how will the police relay information from the church to the government? Because the police is there to police, to protect even the members, citizens of that country. And the members of our churches are citizens of a country. We should have a good relationship. And apart from the few incidences that I've mentioned, I have a very good relationship with the police. I have some who are DCI. We have a very good relationship. I might be tempted to quote the one who was ferrying me, the driver, to the court during that time. Since then, he's a good friend of mine. He told me, Pastor, I'm taking you to court, but please, I'm not your investigator. After this, even if I call you, don't deny me a chance to talk to you. So he can call, Pastor, pray for me. I do, because he did nothing wrong to me. Anyone who was investigating me did nothing wrong to me. It is their right. So we need to have a good relationship with the police.
Okay.
Now,
so move to the next.
Yes, on churches,
yeah,
the church should have a good relationship with the police. That is very important, and we should respect the police. Let it not be taken that once I said so and so in the police department did this to us, I'm not referring to the police, I'm referring to an individual in the police. I think I should put it that way and leave it there. How I train my pastors, we take time. When they join pastorship, they stay there for quite a long time, even 2 years. They are seated there. I even teach them at night after services, because our services begin at around 8 in the morning. It comes to an end at around sometimes even 6 in the afternoon. By God's grace, I stand and preach for all those hours. By God's grace. So I teach them for quite a while. Then I call my spiritual father to pray for them and to anoint them. Even the ones that I've dispatched, he prayed for them. Because I don't want to release people who are not known to him. And he's the spiritual head guiding me. So that is how I train them. And when I will have the opportunity, maybe willingly or by being compelled to go to theological college, I will do what is necessary. Because the fate of our country, once you have been entrusted by more than 45,000 people to talk to them, you need to be very careful and know that these are not your people. These are the citizens of a country. You must do what is right for their sake. So that is my position. Fee structure. The fee structures there and the amount that we have paid for them. There are people who have been in school, and by the mercies of the heads of the school, they can even go to school until they reach Form 4, wakati ambapo wanadaiwa something like 200,000. Mwalimu anajaribu kuwa lenient. Maybe mtoto anapata A, lakini mwalimu anafikiria niko na watoto kama 70, nikifukuza huyu ataenda kutoka nje kwa sababu ya fee structure, kwa sababu ya fee, sinimwache hapa. So wakati ambapo tumepata mtoto kama huyo, huwa hatuangalii ni kabila gani, anatoka kwa religion gani, anadaiwa ngapi. The fate of our children lies with us. Wewe Ezekiel, by God's grace, you can have a church with a sitting capacity of 45,000 people. Where do you take this money? Utaniambia hauna 200,000 ya kulipia mtoto wa mtu? Ama ni greed? So mimi nikipata, I don't ask, bora tu shule imedhibitisha anadaiwa hii. We verify through the accountant and the bank. Huwa nalipa. I may not know who will become the next president. Maybe namsomesha. And I don't know kwa nini Mungu amenijalia neema saa zingine ya kifedha kuliko mwingine. I'm just performing my duties ambao Mungu amenijalia neema. Anipe fedha hii na anipe roho, sababu huenda sio mimi peke yangu napata sadaka kama hiyo, huenda mwingine yako nayo, and I just do my part. That's why we pay that amount of money. And as just as you have put it, ukiangalia hiyo karatasi, mimi naitwa Ezekiel Odero. Kupata Edwin Onyango hapo ni ngumu. I don't know kama yuko.
Why? Why?
Because niliponunua uwanja Kilifi, I had all information, the plight of the children of Kilifi, through Honorable Chair, Honorable Senator. Hakuna mtu asiyejua mtoto wa Kilifi vile anavyokaa. Kila wakati TV, yule mtoto aliyekuwa anatuanga mawe akawa covered na Citizen, and I thank God for the Citizen TV, alikuwa anatoka Kilifi. Mimi nakaa hapo, washirika wametoa sadaka, niko na watoto 3. Mimi nikae kwa sababu kiwango cha uchumi wa Kilifi na Kisumu ni tofauti. Turkana na Thika ni tofauti. Uwezi enda Thika kusomesha mtoto Thika na umeacha mtoto wa Turkana ama mtoto wa Kilifi. What are you doing? So nikasema charity begins home. Nichukue hawa watoto more than 200 niwapeleke shule. Maybe kesho tutakuwa na mtoto mwingine anaitwa Kaindi, the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. That is the reason. Na kama tuko na uwezo wa kuwapeleka watoto 200 shule na wako Kilifi, kesho tukipata watoto wengine kama wako sehemu za Turkana, vile ambavyo tunapanga, sababu Turkana na Kilifi zinakaribiana, mapato ni tofauti, tuende huko tuwasaidie. Tuki-expand pole pole, tuende Kisumu, kwa sababu sio wote wanaweza, ama sehemu za Yochea, hata sehemu ambao unatoka Tana River, tuwasaidie, because you can't do it all over the country all of a sudden. How did you grow? So that is why hao watoto tulienda, nikaongea na governor, nikamwambia naomba hawa watoto ambao naona wamekwama. Governor akaniambia, Pastor, I wish you knew ni watoto wangapi. Nilipoenda kwa ofisi yake, nikapata mtoto aliyeuza kuku apate nauli ya kuenda kwa governor, na mwingine ametembea mguu kilomita 20. Governor anaweza kuprove hii, aende aombe school fees kwa governor. Nilimuomba governor, maybe you are able to do this, lakini nimeona na macho yangu, nipe nafasi hao watoto niwalipie, na yule ambao plight yake imetangazwa na Citizen, na wengine waje, walienda wakatangaza. That is how we got over 100 students na wakaletwa. Tushalipa 1 year. Yatakikana by maybe the end of this year. Hiyo ni wale ambao tumewalipia 1 year. But we are taking more than 200 students, full scholarship, secondary, full scholarship, secondary. Nikamwambia nipe hawa nisomeshe. Nadhani niko na uwezo. Mimi niko na watoto 3. Chair, mimi nimesomeshwa na ndugu mwingine anaitwa Matthews Malege hapa tu, na sikumaliza kwa sababu hangekuwa na hizo pesa zote za kunifundisha chemical processing technology. Na babu yangu ndiye amenisomesha kuanzia class 7 mpaka form 2. NGO imenisomesha from form 2 to form 4. Mimi nikajua kizungu kiasi. Leo hii naweza nikapata pesa ambao huenda mshirika anatamani kujua, and it is biblical. Unaitumiaje? Nikae Kilifi, tuhubiri injili, kuwe na hawa washirika. Mimi ninunue gari nyingine na gari nyingine, huyo mtoto amekwama. Hapana. Even natural justice haifai. Hiyo ndio maana tulianza na Kilifi, na Mungu atuwezeshe tutawapeleka shule.
Okay. So now Senator